Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a pair of Eastern Kentucky mothers organized a lawsuit against their local Board of Education and a bus driver who was behind the wheel during a crash that injured their kids. And as safety violations at a mine in our region are found to be responsible for the death of a Harlan County man.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. 6:33 here on the last Friday of 2022. I can't believe y'all dealt with me for that long. Bless your hearts. My goodness gracious. Let's head over to Brandon, who really has dealt with me for that long.
It's been a struggle, but I've tried to keep up.
You know, I try to spread my kindness, Brandon, and my love around, and you just take it for granted.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I have neglected all of the kindness and love that you have shown me this year.
But you know what we're not going to take for granted are these warm temperatures.
Exactly. Enjoy them because they're going to hang around for a little bit. But of course, like I told you yesterday, we're going to pay for this at some point. We're going to pay for it, but not yet. All right, let's take a look outside the WYMT studios here in Hazard this morning. And again, no big issues here in town. 48 though, so again, big swing. 28 Jonesville, 59 Irvin. I keep going back to those because that's 31 degrees between those two sensors. That's the biggest temperature swing we have seen outside of a cold front in a long time. So again, some places you might need a jacket this morning. Some places you may just be able to go out and about. So again, without much of anything. All right, so again, there you go. Breakfast forecast as you head throughout the day, you're going to be seeing again. Looking at temperatures, we're trying to, again, meet in the middle here as we see these big ranges. So we're going to go for 40s this morning, 45 by 7. Hopefully we'll kind of get close to that. But again, just remember, when you step out the door, you could be close to 60 or you could be in the 20s. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, two mothers whose daughters were two of the 18 students on a bus when it crashed in Magoffin County last month are now suing the school district and the bus driver. In a lawsuit filed on Wednesday, the two say the school system failed to provide and enforce adequate safety policies. Chad Hedrick reports.
More than a month after this school bus toppled off the side of a Magoffin County road, the wounds are still very much there for the 18 children who were on board.
It's going to take a long time to know, the extent of their injuries and, which injuries they're going to recover from and which injuries are going to be permanent.
Many students who were on this bus on November 14th spent several days in the hospital with serious injuries. Billy Johnson is a personal injury attorney in Pikeville. He's representing two families who filed this lawsuit Wednesday against Magoffin County Schools and the bus driver, claiming negligence.
I want to get to the bottom of this. I want to find out what happened. I want to take care of these kids. I want all these kids taken care of. But I'd like to I want a message sent. This is not going to be tolerated in Eastern Kentucky. Our community will not allow this.
Johnson says their case will claim reckless driving by the bus driver caused the bus to go over the embankment. The suit also accuses the district of being negligent in supervision and is also liable.
There should be training, there should be supervision and monitoring of these drivers to the point that communities do not have to worry about their children getting on the bus to go to school.
No dates for the hearings have been set as the lawsuit was just filed and the district has time to file a response. Johnson says he does expect more families and attorneys to join the suit, which could take more than a year to resolve, either through litigation or a jury trial.
That was Chad Hedrick reporting. Now, a statement from the school district says it properly trains, monitors, tests, and oversees all of its employees, including bus drivers. The district's attorney says, quote, "This bus crash was a devastating accident and was an extremely unfortunate event that was beyond the control of the Magoffin County School Board. The superintendent and Board of Education have always and will always look after the safety, the education, and the well-being of our students, and we deeply regret that this tragic accident occurred," end quote. Well, just before classes went on winter break, 5 of the 18 students had returned to in-person classes. The students still at home are getting homebound instruction from district staff. A report from the Mine Safety and Health Administration says a series of safety violations contributed to the death of a Lynch coal miner. 33-year-old James Brown was killed when a roof collapsed on March 20th in the Darby Fork mine in Harlan. The report says the mine operator, NMET, failed to perform a required examination to spot possible hazards, and the proper support needed for the section of the roof that killed Brown was not in place at the time of the incident. Brown had 13 years of mining experience and left behind a wife and 3 children. One volunteer fire department in Logan County, West Virginia, is paying tribute to one of its fallen brothers. In a post on Facebook, the Corps Volunteer Fire Department announced the death of their safety officer, Jeff Jones, last Friday. Now, we're told Jones had battled some severe health issues recently and was not able to overcome them. His funeral arrangements are not known at this time. We now know the arrangements for Harlem Boys Choir co-founder David Davies. He died Wednesday at the age of 87. Davies' visitation will be Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Harlan Baptist Church, with funeral immediately after. He will be buried at Rest Haven Cemetery. The Floyd County Sheriff's Office is welcoming its newest deputy, filling a spot left behind after the death of K-9 Deputy Drago, who was killed in the Allen ambush during the summer. K-9 Deputy Bayer joined the department this week under the watch of handler Alan May. He is one of 2 new K-9s coming into the department, thanks to the support and love the department has received in the wake of the Allen tragedy.
I'm very thankful that we live where we live. Every time I go to any training, I always tell people, like, this definitely ain't Floyd County. The amount of support and the love that we get here in our hometown is far and few between.
Bayer is on the job already, and Sheriff John Hunt says it's like a breath of fresh air to see a pup on patrol again.
.39 here on this Friday morning. We continue to track the wide range of temperatures. So we have 20s, we have 30s, we have 40s, and we have 50s, and we have almost 60 in Irvin this morning. So that is between Jonesville and Irvin. I'm trying to put Jonesville and Jacksboro together there, but between Jonesville and Irvin, a 31-degree temperature swing this morning. Heading out the door soon. Some of you may need jackets, some of you won't. But again, today, later on, you're not going to need any jackets. 66 our forecast high, but I've got a feeling somebody's going to get closer to 70 later this afternoon. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you so much. The time is 6:40. Still to come here on Mountain News this morning. House Republicans fighting over the Speaker's position could have negative effects on their state. We'll have the reason why when we come back.